champions, I welcome you all to score 360 out of 360 in NEET Bio within 250 days, and today we are going to talk about the second topic of evolution, that is evidences of evolution. So previously, in the previous class, what did we talk about? We spoke about how was the universe being formed, how was the earth being formed, how were living organisms first seen, what was the first. We didn't talk about what was the first cellular thing, but we spoke how many years back the first cellular thing appeared and everything. So we spoke about Big Bang theory, panspermia, theory of spontaneous generation, O'Parrott and Haldane model, S.L. Miller experiment, everything. Now the question comes, okay, we have come, but have we evolved from somewhere, or were we just like this from the starting? So people needed evidences of evolution, whereas on the other hand there were a few set of other people who were saying that we were evolved just like that. We didn't have this evolution process and all, we were just like that, we were put in just like that. So there was a war between them, and we are going to talk about that war. We are going to prove that yes, evolution has happened and we have evidences for that. But before that, let's see how many number of questions that this chapter carry. It carries 4 questions, so 4 into 4, 16 marks, children. 16 marks, is it something big or small? Very big. Okay, whatever mark, 1 mark, 4 mark, whatever mark is there, it's always very big for a competitive examination because everyone is preparing just like you. So you have a tough competition, right? So we need to prepare accordingly, but I know my children can do it. Now, there was a homework given. Let's see who all got it correct. Which of the following amino acids was not found to be synthesized in the Miller's experiment? So we did the Miller's experiment, according to which from certain inorganic molecules like NH3, like CH4, like H2, like water vapor, okay, certain organic molecules were made. And these organic molecules were what, children? Amino acids, nucleotides, and all of these things. Okay. So basically, there are 20 different amino acids, and he found that one amino acid was basically missing. So according to this, what was that particular amino acid which was missing, which is not given in the NCERT, but which came in NEET? It was glutamic acid, my dear children. Was it? What is it? It is glutamic acid. Fine. Works. Now can we go ahead? Chalo. So the war that I was talking about was between the theory of special creation and the evidences of evolution that few scientists already had in hand. Okay, so what did the theory of special creation exactly said? First thing, one, that all living organisms, species or types that we see today were created as such. So if you see dog was created as such, cat was created as such, human beings, we were also created as such. That is the first thing that they said. Second thing, 2, that the diversity was always the same since creation and will be the same in future also. That is, we say that things have diversified now. You find new types of plants, you find new types of animals and all. It is according to the theory of special creation. It is not like that. The species that you see today was there before also, and you will be seeing the same type of species. The diversity, whatever you see today, will be there tomorrow also, in the future also. There won't be any changes. Okay, there won't be any changes because obviously evolution has not happened according to theory of special creation. Now the third thing is that the earth is about 400 years old, but actually according to whatever evidences what we have, what is it? How many years old is our earth? It is 4.5 billion years old. Okay, that we studied in the previous lecture. So this was the theory of special creation, and basically it was like someone is there, some superpower is there, which is who is responsible for designing everything that is already there. But obviously, keeping that aside, okay, that might be true, may not be true, we are no one to say that. But since we are talking about science, and science always look for evidences, we definitely have certain evidences which claims that yes, evolution has taken place, and that is how we have come. Okay, and what are those proofs about which we are going to talk about today? Okay, so the first evidence that we have is paleontological evidence. Okay, paleontological evidence means you are going to talk about fossils here, children. What are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about fossils. What do you mean by fossils? Basically, it is the remains of hard parts of the life forms found in the rocks. So basically, just suppose that this particular dinosaur, okay, it died. It got covered by sand. This particular dinosaur got covered by what, children? Sand. Now, if sand is there, do you think the microorganisms which is there can come over here, can act on this? No. Because obviously sand is there, it does not allow all the microorganisms. Some of them will be there obviously, which is why you find that all the flesh and everything is gone. What you're left with? You're just left with the hard matter. That is your bones, your teeth, everything. The hard matter is left. Now this hard matter which is left behind, okay, which is left behind, it's still there. It has not undergone any sort of breaking down, nothing, it's just still intact like that, okay. That thing you call it as what? Fossils. Now the question might be, ma'am, what is the use of fossils? So basically, when people went on researching, they found that, suppose this is the earth, this is the core, okay, crust. If you go deep, you will find that around it you have different layers, right? And people found different type of organisms. Every time they went down, they searched for stuff, okay. They found different fossils. So over here there was fossil of some other organism, over here there was fossil of some other organism. Similarly, so here I have A, here I have B, here I have C. Here I have B, A, B and C. So every time there was researches being done, it was found that you find different type of organisms in each layers of earth. You are finding different type of organisms, okay. Different types of organism in each layer. And you also found one thing, that is C, which was dead over here, which was found over here, was not found over here and here. That means it got extinct. Probably it might have got extinct, or probably it might have evolved. Few of them which might have lived might have evolved to form B, and the same thing happened. B which was there might have evolved to form A. That could be possible, or it could be possible that all of them they died. But in that case, if all of them died, then probably you won't be getting B. Where will you get B from? Or at least you should be having the fossils of B also over here. That means both of them were here from the starting, but it was not like that. They could only find the fossils of certain very specific things, and they found that fossils was not repeated throughout all the layers, which means probably this might have evolved, okay, and the others of their group might have got extinct. It's got that's the easiest thing that you can say about it. So that was the study of fossils, and according to fossils they got to know that different organisms were there, and these different organisms might have evolved into some other forms during their lifetime, okay. That is the basic thing. So over here, let's read it. So rocks form sediments, and a cross section of Earth's crust indicates that the arrangement of sediments one over the other during the long history of Earth. So you see sediments are arranging themselves one over the other every time the Earth is evolving, okay. Now over here, different age rock sediments contains fossils of different life forms who probably died during the formation of the particular segment. So that is what I was saying. So this is sediment A. In the sediment A you find organism A, okay. Now this is sediment B, the next layer that was formed, but here you don't find organism A, but you find organism B. So probably some of them might have got died, some of them might have got evolved to form this. Yeah. Now some of them appear similar to modern organisms. They represent extinct organism, example dinosaurs. So basically some of them they still appear to be like the olden forms that we have. So reptiles and all have very high resemblance to the dinosaurs and things like that. Yeah. Now study of fossils and different sedimentary layers indicates that geological period in which they existed. So there are different studies according to which you can analyze the geological period. So you have different eras, okay, you have different eras, and you find that okay, this was found in this particular era, this was found in this particular era. Okay, the studies show that life forms varied over time, and certain life forms are restricted to certain geological time spans. So I say A is restricted only to this particular era, nowhere else. Hence, new life forms of life have arisen at different times in the history of Earth. All this is known as paleontological evidences. So every time when I say this has come, I cannot say it randomly came like that. And why I do not find that fossil over here? Because probably it evolved and formed something like this, which is why I find the fossil just over here in this particular era and nowhere else. So this is what we mean by paleontological evidences, children. That is the first and the basic thing that you have. Okay. Now the next evidence that you have is embryological evidence. Now that is something that is so striking. Okay. Why do I say it's so striking? I'll tell you the reason. But we have to see. So basically, I'll tell you one thing. There is Pisces, which we call as fishes, after which you have got amphibians, after which you have got reptiles, and from reptiles came what? The mammals. Just a second. Okay. Came the mammals and the birds. This is what we think. Why do you think like that? So basically, do you know embryo? What do you mean by embryo? Basically, when sperm and the egg diffuse, it forms zygote. This zygote divides itself and forms embryo. This embryo is the one basically which gets nourishment, okay, from the placenta and everything, and grows into a fetus. We were all a fetus once, we were all a embryo once, right? So the thing that was seen between all the embryos of all different, for example, I took a fish's embryo, I took amphibian's embryo, I took reptile's embryo, bird's embryo, mammal's embryo, and everywhere I found that certain things were common during the embryological development. For example, if you see over here, each of them, this is fish, this is reptile, bird and human, all of them, they were having gill slits, children. They were having gill slits. Now, do you think that any one of us breathes through gills? Do you think that we need gills? I think we all have a lung, right? We all have lungs and that is enough for us. Then what is the use of gill slits? This probably shows that probably we might have evolved from this particular thing, which is why all of these groups that you see over here have the gill slits. Okay, later on, when the embryonic development completes, at this point of time, this gill slits might go away. But since it is present during the initial point of time, you get to know that probably we might have all evolved from one particular thing, which is why this is all common in us. Okay, this is all common in us. And you also have tail. Okay, have you seen certain human beings are born with tail? Okay, why do you say so? Probably because of certain changes didn't happen so. But everyone during our development, we definitely say that we have a small tail, which goes off. Okay, during the whole course of development. But gill slits is something that is given in your NCERT and you have to remember it. So all the embryos that you see, children, have a common time where they have gill slits and things like that, which is not found in their adult form, which is not found in our adult form. None of us have gill slits. Okay. Now, embryological support for evolution was proposed by Ernst Haeckel. You have to remember his name. What is his name? Ernst Haeckel. Okay. Will you remember? It's very much important. Ernst spelling, I made it wrong. Why, Jasmine? Why do you do this? Okay. So this is Ernst Haeckel. Okay. He gave a law. Okay. He gave a law according to which he said ontogeny recapitulates phylogeny. Now you might be thinking, until now ma'am was talking in English, now which language is she using? So ontogeny basically in scientific terms means development of the embryo, okay? The development phase. This is ontogeny. Recapitulates as in repeats. Phylogeny as in evolutionary forms. Basically, it means over here you see embryonic development and over here you are seeing that they are repeating their evolutionary forms, that is they all are having gill slits. So this is what Ernst Haeckel meant by ontogeny recapitulates phylogeny. But there was a problem, I am going to tell about the problem, but let's read about him. So, proposed by Ernst Haeckel based upon the observation of certain features during embryonic stage common to all vertebrates. We are talking about vertebrates, not invertebrates. What do you mean by invertebrates? Invertebrates are the ones that do not have the vertebral column. Okay, vertebrates are the one, they have the vertebral column or they are just replaced by something else, but they definitely have something in the preformed stage. Okay, so we are talking about vertebrates, and vertebrates comes fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals, my dear children. Now, for example, the embryos of all the vertebrates including human develop a row of vestigial gill slit. Vestigial as it is not of use now, okay, and gill slit is there just behind the head, but it is a functional organ only in fish and not found in any other adult vertebrates. Okay, so what do you remember? You remember vestigial gill slits. Gill slits. Where? Behind the back. Okay, now behind the head. So, however, this proposal was disapproved on careful study performed by Carl Ernst von Baer. So, for the first time I have heard someone with this same name, okay, same name fighting for something else. So, basically it's a very interesting story. Over here we have Carl Ernst, his name was also Ernst, and von Baer. Please remember his name, it's a very important thing. Okay, questions have come from his name. This guy said it's not possible. Whatever you are saying as of now, that is ontogeny, recapitulates phylogeny, I do not agree with that. In that case, if the thing that you are saying is true, then probably, they should have shown the features of other embryonic stage also. For example, why is amphibians embryonic stage not shown over here in all the other organisms? Why is reptiles stage not shown in these organisms, if at least in humans? If we say that mammals basically originated from reptiles, so at least reptiles and mammals should have something in common that is very unique to them. Or basically amphibians feature should be there over here as well in the case of reptiles, because reptiles originated from amphibians, right? So there was nothing that was seen. There was nothing that was seen. Just you're talking about gill slits, how can I approve that? So basically, Carl Ernst von Baer said this is not possible. Whatever you're saying, that ontogeny, recapitulates phylogeny, I do not agree with that. But still I say it's a great evidence. It's a great evidence that was shown, okay? And it was the embryological evidence that you need to study for NEET as well. So this is embryological evidence. The first one is paleontological evidence. At least you got something, okay? So this evidence makes some sense over here, and also the paleontological one, right? Now going ahead, we have the next one, that is homologous structure, divergent evolution. So now came a huge test, and now I am telling you it's a very important thing that you are studying as of now. So many questions have come from this topic and the next topic, that is homologous structure and analogous structures. Remember, homologous structures means very easy thing, okay? Very easy thing. I want you to look at this picture very much carefully. Okay, this is man's, this is cheetah's limb, and over here we have whale, and then we have bat over here. What is common among them? What do you think is common in them? So if you are aware about locomotion and movement in grade 11th, or you have studied a bit in your 6th grade also, you might be able to understand a bit about this particular picture. Even if you are not understanding, I am totally fine with it, because I am here to help you anyways, yeah. So basically children, over here you see that there are certain bones which are common in all of them. These bones might have different shapes, okay, different structures, but the bone is same. Bone that is used is same, okay. The upper one is humerus. Can I write like this? Works. Humerus, that will be the one over here. This one is humerus, and then we have radius and ulna. Radius and ulna. So if you see over here, this bone that you see is humerus. There are two bones over here. One is radius, another one is ulna. Okay. And then you have carpals, metacarpals, and everything over here as well. You have carpals, metacarpals, and everything over here, here. So if you see, this is of man, and man, what is it doing? This hand is for having food. For cheetah, it's for running. Okay. For whale, it's for swimming. For bat, it's for flying. So what is common among them? Just this structure, just the anatomy. Just the anatomy is similar. But if you think about the functions, what about the function? One is flying, one is swimming, one is running, one is having food. So basically, functions are different. Functions are different. Now don't you think this is also a proof of evolution, which is why we all of us in the case of, we all are mammals over here, whatever is shown over here, they are all mammals, and the mammals basically we say we have evolved probably, which is why we have something in common. And this particular evolution is known as, this type of evolution children is known as divergent evolution. Divergent evolution, which means if everything was common over here, someone wanted to fly, okay, someone wanted to walk with that, someone wanted to eat with that, and someone wanted to swim with that. Over here you see that different environmental conditions are being created, and they all are diverging into different types. But if you see all of them, what is common among all of them? That is the basic anatomical structure. The basic anatomical structure is same. Is same, my dear children. Works? Cool? Will you be able to remember it? They are all mammals, my dear children. They are all mammals. Whale also is not a fish. Okay, it's a mammal itself. Now, talking about another example which is given in your NCERT is bougainvillea and cucurbita. Children, you have to remember the example. It's very much important for NEET examination. Okay. Now, cucurbita and bougainvillea. So over here, I'll tell you about the story of a normal plant. The story of a normal plant goes like this. Basically, you have a plant. This is the node. Okay, and you have sometimes an axillary bud over here. there is a bud over here. What do you call it? Axillary bud. Okay. Now, Bougainvillea said, I actually do not prefer this axillary I am hungry, I think, bud over there. I want a thorn over there. I want what, children? A thorn over there. So this axillary bud is now made into a thorn. Okay. Now came other guy, that is your cucurbita. Cucurbita said, hey yaar, I actually do not want the bud over there. Instead, I want what do you say, a tendril over here. I want to form a tendril over here which will help me to attach to some surface and I can grow easily. So you see the axillary bud that was there initially is now transforming into a thorn, and also it is transforming into what? The tendril. Over here, is the function same? No, the function is entirely different. Thorn and tendrils does not have the same function. But is the anatomical structure same? Yes, because they are born of the axillary bud. They are born from the axillary bud itself. So the initial thing, don't think that, okay, thorn and tendril does not look the same. It's not like that. You go deep into the structure. Where did they originate from? Basically, they all originated from the axillary bud. Over here also, there is nothing common, apart from the fact that anatomy is same. Okay, they originated like that, but they do not have the same structures. Do they have the same structure? No, they have a different structures over here. So basically, just the anatomy is same. Over here also, just the anatomy is same. The function is entirely different. So this is the example of plants that they give. This is the example of mammals that they give. And over here, please remember, they are showing divergent evolution. Always remember, homologous organism means basically they are having different thoughts. They are moving to different areas, doing different things. No common function, children. Okay. Now, apart from this, there are two more examples given in your NCERT. We'll read that and we'll learn. I hope this is clear to you. Yeah. Chalo, let's read. So, whales, bats, cheetah and human, all are mammals, agree, share similarities in the pattern of bones of four limbs. What is this thing that we were talking about? This is forelimb. This is forelimb, children. The leg that you see is basically hind limb. Okay, what do you call it? Hind limb. Okay. So, though these four limbs perform different functions, agree, in these animals, they have similar anatomical structure. All of them have humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals and phalanges in their forelimbs. So this is a phalanges. This is one phalange. This is in second phalanges. This is third phalanges. Okay, and you have metacarpal and you have carpal also over here. Fine. Now, hence, in these animals, the same structure developed along different directions. Agree? Due to adaptations to different needs. Please remember this. Okay, divergent evolution happens because you want to grow differently in different directions, because you have to adapt for the different needs. You have to adapt to the different needs that is there in the environment. Now, this is divergent evolution, and these structures are known as homologous structures. What do you call them? Homologous structure. Okay. Now, homology indicates common ancestry. Obviously, it means it is common ancestry, because obviously how can you have all of them together just like that, just same. Okay. So other examples are vertebrate hearts or brains. In plants also, thorn and tendrils of Bougainvillea and cucurbita represent homology. Okay, fine. One example is given over here, the one that I was talking, vertebrate hearts and brains. Vertebrate hearts and brains. Over here only I will write. So this is the first example that we had. Okay, this is the second example that we had, and the third example that we have is of vertebrate heart and brain. So over here, if you know, okay, fishes have two-chambered heart, amphibians and reptiles have three-chambered heart, basically mammals and birds have four-chambered heart. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, how is it same, ma'am? They all have different types of hearts. Basically, the origin, okay, the tissue from where it originated, okay, your heart, your brain is common to all, vertebrates, my dear children, is common to all the vertebrates. So that is why, again I am saying, the anatomical structure, the basic structure from where it originated, it's the same. So you have to remember, this is also the example of homologous organs or divergent evolution. This is the third example. So 3 examples are there. I hope at night 12 o'clock also, if someone comes and asks you, you won't forget it. Can we revise? Can we revise without seeing it? Let's revise without seeing it. Okay. So the first example, tell me. The first example is forelimb. Forelimb of what? This is important because you will get confused in between analogous and homologous organ later on. I'll tell you why. So you have 4 limbs. 4 limbs of what is the example? Mammal children. You have cheetah, you have and you have bat, and you have whale. Over here they have different functions, but if we see the structure of 4 limbs, all of them have humerus, radius, ulna, metacarpal, carpal, metacarpal and phalanges. Okay, going ahead, you have bougainvillea, you have cucurbit. Bougainvillea say, I will make the axillary bud into a thorn. Cucurbita say, I will make the axillary bud into a tendril. Basically over here, the same origin was axillary bud. From there they originated into 2 things, they diverged into 2 things. So this is an example of divergent evolution, and these structures that you see is an example of homologous organs children. Okay. Now next thing that we have is the vertebrate heart and the brain. There also the origin, if you say that structure is different, how can fish's brain and our brain be same? Fish might be thinking that what to eat. We might be thinking of job, we might be thinking of NEET, we might be thinking of a lot of things. How can you compare between both of them? How can they be same? Basically the origin is same, my dear children. The origin, the tissue that forms is basically same. So we cannot, you have to say that yes, they have the same origin. They share a common ancestry, probably because of that all of this thing is happening at the first place. So they are the example of homologous organs, and this is an example of divergent evolution as well. So according to a need, our brain developed into something else, which is what we are, which is why what we are today, right? Works? So this is also an example of evidence of evolution that happened. Now comes the next one, that is analogous structure and convergent evolution. I am enjoying this particular lecture so much. You tell me if you are enjoying or not. I'm in full of energy. I hope you are understanding. It's just for you that I'm showing this energy, because we do not have anything. It's just the camera and us. So yes, so it's for you children. I hope it's getting benefited to you. You are understanding things. At any point you're not understanding, please tell me, ma'am, we are not understanding. Put in the comment section and then light chart. If in light chart it's not possible, put in the comment section, ma'am, can you explain this once more? I will explain this how many ever times you want. If you like this, you tell me you like this. If you didn't like this, you tell me you didn't like this. I'll be happy to help you out. Now, okay, analogous structure and convergent evolution. Now, is the opposite of divergent evolution. It's the opposite of divergent evolution. Okay, where examples are like this: wings of butterfly and of birds look alike. So whenever we used to make butterfly and the birds, okay, so butterfly I used to make like this. I don't know if you also used to make like this. This looks like a bat though, but yeah, something like this. Okay, and birds, if you say again, I might ended up drawing it like a duck, but yes. So everywhere if you see, they have something in common, and that is wings. And that is wings. Over here, tell me if the function is same or not. Does the butterfly use its wing for something else apart from flying? Yes, it is just used for flying. What about birds? What are they doing? Are they running with their wings? No children, they are all flying. They are all flying. So over here, the wings are for flying. This is a common. This is what? A common function. So can I say the function is same? The function is same. I can write, instead of common function, I'll write same function. Both of them are using their wings for flying. So this becomes what? The same function, my dear children. Works? Okay. So what do you call this type of organs which has the same function, but anatomically, do you think they're same? Anatomically, do you think it's same? If I go touch a butterfly like this, if I hold it for some time, it won't be able to fly. That's how it is being formed. The wings is being formed. What about birds? Birds are not like that. They have skin, they have feathers and everything over there. So their structure is entirely different. So if you talk about the function, it's same. What about the anatomical feature? What about the anatomical feature? Is it same or not? It's different. It's different. So because of the needs, both of them have come together over here, having almost the same structure to fly. This is known as convergent evolution. Converging, they are converging. Okay, divergent as in they are getting different. Over here they are converging, and this conversion is just for the function, same function. They say, I am not your team, you are not my team also. We are different people, just that we have to do the same function, that's all. Okay, so they are not anatomically similar structures, though they perform similar functions. Hence, analogous structures are a result of convergent evolution. Different structures evolving for the same function and hence having similarity. So what do you mean by convergent evolution? Different structures evolving for the same function but having what? Different anatomical characters. Okay. Now other examples of analogy are the eye of octopus and of mammals. Now again, eye of octopus. Octopus is an invertebrate, children. Octopus is an invertebrate. I'll write it in the next page. Okay, next page I have something else. So I'll write it here again. Octopus is an invertebrate. It's a mollusk. Okay, and we are what? Vertebrates. Now if you compare octopus eye and our eye, basically it's different. It's different. That means probably, yes, we have not evolved from the octopus. We might have evolved from something else, but not the octopus. That is the evidence, okay, that we have. So the eye of octopus and of mammals that we have, both of them are eyes. Eyes everywhere, it is doing the same function of what, children? Of showing things around. Okay, of showing things around. Nothing else. What is the function of eyes? Nothing else, right? So both of them, they perform the same function, but if you talk about the structure, is it same? Structure, is it same? No, children, it's different. So we have got two examples of convergent evolution or analogous organs. Now next thing comes flippers of penguins and dolphins. Over here, where is it? Yeah, this is a dolphin and this is a, sorry, what happened to me? This is a dolphin and this is a penguin. Okay, these are the flippers. Do you think dolphin and penguin, they are the same type? No, dolphin comes under birds category. Over here, penguin, why I am saying all this thing? Penguin comes under birds category. What about dolphin? Dolphin basically comes under mammals, right? Obviously. So over here, they have different structures. They do not have same structures. The structure is different. Again, structure is different. What about the function? Both of them, as you can see, they are using it for swimming only. So similar function. So flippers, children, flippers of penguin and dolphin are doing the same function of what? Swimming. Okay, but the structure is actually different. Going ahead, one can say that it is similar, where is it? One can say that it is similar habitat that has resulted in selection of similar adaptive features. Yes, yes, this is an important thing for, again, for NEET question. We say convergent evolution happens because of this, because you are in a similar habitat, and similar habitat as in, for example, air is an habitat, right? So over there, all the organisms that can fly will be having wings. So the similar habitat that resulted in selection of similar adaptive features as well in different group of organism, but towards the same function. So now next example that we have is sweet potato and potato. Sweet potato and normal potato is another example. So over here, this is sweet potato and this is normal potato. How do you think sweet potato comes? Basically the roots. Okay, for example, this is the roots. The roots, they enlarge and they store food. Now this, I have made the roots above the ground only, wait. So over here, these are the roots. The roots, they enlarge like this, they get swollen. And what do you call this? You call this as sweet potato. Now can I say the origin is from roots? Yes, the origin is basically from roots where you get sweet potato. What about potato? Potato is basically, you have the stem of the potato. It gets inside, okay, and the stem divides into multiple things over here. This will form a tuber. This will also form a tuber, but you have separate roots for it. So basically, potato that you see is not arising from the root. It is an example of stem tuber. This is a stem that has grown to be big. Okay, this is an example of stem tuber. But both of them, aren't they performing the same function of storing things? What is the function, children? Function is to store food. Okay, if you see the origin, if you talk about the origin, one is originating from root and another one is originating from the stem. So isn't it different? Yes, this is different. So origin is different. Okay, the anatomical structure is different, but the function is same, children, and that is to store food. I hope you understand. Okay, so we have 4 examples given in your NCERT. You have to learn it. First example is wings of butterfly. So which is why I always say wings of butterfly, or basically if you, so wings of butterfly and birds. If you see, they look alike, but anatomically they are different. Function is same, analogous organ. Second thing, octopus eye and mammal's eye, both of them are eyes, same function but different origin. Octopus is an invertebrate. Okay. Next thing that we have is flippers of penguin and the dolphin. Again, different structures, but the same function, swimming. Okay, next thing, what do we have? We have our own root modification and stem modification. Sweet potato shows root modification, whereas potato shows stem modification. That is another example of analogous organs. So analogous organs have same function, different structures. Okay, and this analogous organs arises because of convergent evolution. What do you mean by convergent evolution? Basically, because of the same type of habitat, organisms are moving to form the same structures as well. Okay, or forming structures which have the same functions as well, which is to fly if they are someone who is found in air. Got it? I hope you are not getting confused between analogous and homologous organs, and you should not be getting confused. You can write it in parts and remember it. Okay, now let's start the questions that we have for today. The first question that we have, embryological support for evolution was disapproved by, I'm talking about disapproval. Who did it? Carl Ernst von Baer, Alfred Wallace, Charles Darwin and Oparin. You can tell me the answer. Okay, I'm not going to tell you here. At the end of the lecture, I'm going to explain. End of the lecture as in within 5 minutes, but yes, you have to try, because if you do not try, you never know. Okay, next thing. Second question. Flippers of penguins and dolphins are example of adaptive radiation. You have not studied about it. Convergent evolution, industrial melanism, natural selection. Again, you have not studied about other things, but still you can try. Okay. Third, the similarity of bone structure in the forelimbs of many vertebrates is an example of. The similarity of bone structure in the forelimbs of many vertebrates is an example of homology, analogy, convergent evolution, adaptive radiation. Okay, going ahead. Fourth question. Among the following sets of examples for divergent evolution, select the incorrect option. So you have to look for the one that is not showing divergent evolution. Okay, select the incorrect one. So forelimbs of man, bat and cheetah, heart of bat, man and cheetah. So if you do not know bat, man and cheetah are coming in the same category, that is mammals, you are going to mess it up. Brain of bat, man and cheetah, and eye of octopus, bat and man. Okay, that is there. Fourth question. Okay, fifth question. The wings of a bird and the wings of an insect are phylogenetic structures and represent divergent evolution. Okay, phylogenetic structure as in the evolutionary structures. Homologous structures and represent convergent evolution. Homologous structures and represent divergent evolution. Analogous structures and represent convergent evolution. Tell me the answer right now. I'll be so okay. I would be seeing your answers. I might not be able to talk. Okay. So definitely I'll be really happy if you comment so and tell me what is the correct answer for all of this. Okay, now let me try to solve all your questions that I gave you over here. Let's try. First question, embryological support for evolution was disapproved by. The one that gave embryological evidence was Ernst Haeckel. Okay, the one who disapproved was Carl Ernst von Baer. What did he say? He said, okay, the law's name was biogenetic law. The law's name that was disapproved was biogenetic law. Okay, this was given by Ernst Haeckel. Actually, the spelling is like this. I don't know why in your NCERT it is K-E-L, but anyways, okay. So, embryological support by evolution was given by this, but disapproved by this particular guy, Carl Ernst von Baer. So, the one that have big name is the one who disapproved. Now, flippers of penguins and dolphins are example of. Flippers of penguins and dolphins, I showed you, both are used for swimming. The function is same. If function is same, then it has to be analogous organ. Okay, analogous organ. Now, analogous organs, they show what? Convergent evolution, my dear children. So, this is the answer. Okay, analogous organ, they show convergent evolution. Okay, homologous organ, they show divergent evolution. So, you can remember A, C. Yeah, A, C, the one that you use at your home. Okay. So, A, C is the combination and HD is a combination. HD, okay. HD means good clarity. Okay. So, AC and HD is the thing that you have to remember. This thing that I formed now. Okay. Going ahead. The similarity of bone structure in the forelimbs of many vertebrates is an example of bone structure. You're talking about bone structure and you're talking about vertebrates and you're talking about forelimbs. So basically you're talking about what, children? Mammals. We saw the example of man, we saw the example of cheetah, bat, whale, all of them. They were all showing what, children? Homology. They have different functions, but they have same structure. So similarity is asked. Similarity of bone structure, when you say similar, it is homologous. Same, no money. Okay, so homologous is basically the one that are similar. Cool. Going ahead. Over here, what do we have? The fourth question. Among the following sets of examples for divergent evolution, select the incorrect option. So all of them might be showing divergent evolution. What do you mean by divergent evolution? Because of the needs, they divide into different things, but internally they are all same. Okay, internally they have the same structure. So you can think, when you left for hostel, you were sad because you left, but then your friends and all, everyone you left, but internally you still love them, right? Similarly, over here we're still showing the internal feature. Okay, even though we moved apart for divergent evolution for different things, because there were different needs according to the environment, but still internally we are same over here. And so forelimbs of man, bat and cheetah, they are all mammals, children, and they have same structure. Heart of bat, man and cheetah all have the same origin of the heart. Bat, man and cheetah, again same origin of the brain, because they are all mammals anyways. Okay, eye of octopus, bat and man are mammals, but what about octopus, children? What about octopus? Octopus is an invertebrate. So can you think, an eye of octopus and man basically do not have anything to do with each other. The origin is not same. So I say it's not the example of divergent evolution. Okay, it's not the example of divergent evolution. When you say eye of octopus, man, it's basically if you're talking about okay, divergent evolution means you were same and you got different in different terms, right? So they were not same at any point of time. They are showing convergent evolution where they are different and they are trying to be same. So both of them need eyes, so that is why they have eyes. So that is an example of convergent evolution, which is shown over here. This is not divergent evolution. So this becomes your answer. This is your answer. I am making like this. This is the answer, this is the answer, and this is the answer. Now going over here. The wings of a bird and the wings of an insect. Okay, your butterfly and the bird. Remember, both have wings. Now wings are there. The structure is same or not? No. So when structures are not same, what do you call them? When they are same, you call them homologous. When they are not same, you call them analogous. And analogous is always with convergent evolution, my dear children. So it's phylogenetic, homologous, analogous. So analogous structures and represent convergent evolution. Yes, the answer is correct. This is the answer. Works? Easy, no? I hope you have understood this particular thing really well. I wish so. Okay, so that was all, my dear children. We spoke about the theory of special creation, and then we spoke about the evidences. First is paleontological evidence, second one is embryological evidence, where you have vestigial gill slits found in all the different forms of embryo, and then biogenetic law was given by Ernst Haeckel, who said there is ontogeny recapitulates phylogeny. That means the embryo development, it is recapitulating or repeating the phylogeny, the evolutionary way everything was formed. Works? So that is one thing that you need to know. Cool? Now, and then we spoke about homologous and this thing. Okay, now there is a homework that I want to give it to you. So please definitely try it out and tell me the answer in the comment section. The process by which organisms with different evolutionary history evolve similar. Okay, they have different evolutionary history. Are you listening to me? They are evolving similar phenotypic adaptations. What do you mean by phenotypic? Phenotypic as in the physical thing. You have read about phenotypes and genotypes, right, in genetics. Phenotypic character as in the physical character which you can see. Physical character which we can see, my dear children. Okay, that is phenotypic character. Now adaptations in response to a common environmental challenge, it is called as what? Again repeating, the process by which organisms with different evolutionary history evolved similar phenotypic adaptations in response to common environmental challenge is known as non-random evolution, adaptive radiation, natural selection, convergent evolution. Tell me the answer in the comment section. If you got it correct, then I'll say you did a good job and I'll be so happy. So that's all, my dear children. Tomorrow I think we will start with adaptive radiation and everything. So until then, I want to say bye-bye and take good care of yourself. Have proper food, hydrate yourself often, okay? And just be happy. So all the best. Bye-bye. Take care.